what I'm telling you is, if that it make you a rat too if you with him because I told him to do that. I can't tell you no to snitch. You can't get on the phone and tell me, hey bro, hell yeah, take that plea. But man, you better take that plea. And the police saying tell. The police saying tell something.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. This was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird.
You did 10 years twin behind this shit, Roscoe. You did 10 years behind it, brother. And you just come on the internet and say a didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times? You feel me?
So now Young Thug done come out snitching. Young Thug got a video in the interrogation room for 2 hours, having dialogue with the police about crime and criminals.
Did Young Thug just get jumped in Atlanta? That's the rumor running crazy right now, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. An old interrogation clip popped back up, and fans are calling him out for being a hypocrite. He dragged Gunna for snitching. But now people are saying his own tape looks dirty. Words like rat, 2-hour tell-all, and he named Pee-wee are all over the timeline. On top of that, Atlanta blogs are posting that Thug got pressed in public, maybe even mobbed. Is it 100% confirmed? Not really. But once that headline hits, people believe it. Here's the interrogation clip fans keep sharing. The part they say ties back to Pee Wee Roscoe and the Wayne bus shooting.
This was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This nigga fucking damn shot at this to us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block out y'all case.
And this isn't just random drama. This goes back to the Lil Wayne bus shooting that's been tied to Thug's name for almost a decade. Now it's back in the spotlight, and the word loyalty has Atlanta tearing itself apart. And the old receipts that never went away, they're louder than ever. Before we even get into the snitch talk, you gotta know why this bus story never went away. Roll it back to April 2015, Lil Wayne's tour bus gets lit up in Cobb County right after a show. Nobody got hit, but still it was wild. Like someone really tried to take Wayne out on the road.
Shots were fired at the tour bus of Grammy-winning rapper Lil Wayne on the 26th of April. Footage from the NBC affiliate in Atlanta, Georgia, showed several bullet holes in the side of the bus, but no injuries were reported. The station said that the shots were fired at the bus as it was traveling through Cobb County, Georgia. The rapper, also known as Weezy, whose real name is Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., was traveling in the bus after his performance in Atlanta. In 2008, Wayne won Grammy Awards for the Best Rap Album, Best Rap Song, Best Rap Solo Performance, and was part of the award-winning Best Rap Group Performance.
And who did they end up pinning it on? Jimmy Winfrey, Pee Wee Roscoe, Thug's own road manager at the time. Court docs tied him right back to YSL, and the receipts everybody remembers are those phone records. Calls made right before the shooting to Thug's phone, and calls right after to Birdman. See how messy that looks? Now, Thug and Birdman didn't get charged with actually pulling the trigger, but their names stuck to that case forever. You could not bring up the bus shooting without somebody saying, yeah, but what about Thug and Birdman? And it only got crazier later. Roscoe's 2015 sentence got thrown out by the Georgia Supreme Court, basically over how his plea went down. Then, once the YSL RICO popped off, the bus shooting slid right back into the spotlight.
Anytime you say the word gang and there's an African-American individual, prejudices rear their ugly head, and that's just the reality of the way it is.
Fast forward to 2024, Roscoe takes a new deal, time served plus probation, and walks. And people online lost it. Like, hold up, somebody had to be protected here. So when an interrogation tape pops up with Thug even talking near this mess, fans lock in on one word: rat. But the question is, what did he actually say? And that's exactly why people lost it when this interrogation tape popped back up. Like, after years of whispers about the bus shooting, suddenly there's footage of Thug sitting in a room with detectives, and fans swear they heard him mention Pee Wee Roscoe. Now let's be real, the clip going around is chopped up. It's short, messy, and mostly reposted by commentary channels, so you don't get the full thing. But online, nobody's slowing down to check context. The reaction is instant. Now we know why he hates Gunna. This ninja was projecting. That word, hypocrisy, is what's fueling this whole fire. People feel like the same standard Thug used on Gunna is now back on him, and it's ugly. Thug jumped on X to defend himself, saying nah, it's out of context, and that he was actually protecting his guy. His fans ran with that, boosting the parts where he denied gang ties or pushed back on certain questions. Here's the explainer post fans keep sharing when they bring up the 2-hour interrogation claim and the backlash timeline.
This motherfucker Wayne from New Orleans. I'm from Atlanta. Mm-hmm. This was in Atlanta and I was in New Orleans. I said, what the fuck? That was so weird. This damn shot at this to us. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who the fuck did. They said Roscoe, but I don't wanna block I don't want to like block out y'all case by saying Roscoe didn't do that. And knowing Roscoe, man, that man, scrub. That fool. I'm like, you shot at somebody, bro. But I don't fucking know, because every day nigga grow fucking ball. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
Either way, it reopened a wound Thug did not need reopened. And just when it felt like the internet was already on fire, another paperwork nugget started making rounds. And just when everybody thought the interrogation clip was the peak of it, nope. The paperwork started popping up. Fans dug into court files and found a motion from Thug's lawyers, a motion in limine, basically asking the judge to block Detective Quinn from testifying about something Thug supposedly said in the back of a police car. The claim that Thug gave info about an old murder back in the day. Now Thug's team called that false, prejudicial, and irrelevant to his current case, which is lawyer speak for, Judge, this makes my client look bad and it doesn't even matter here, so keep it out.
Mr. Williams was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. He was adamant. He seemed very nervous because, you know, I'm a uniform officer just coming up with this stuff in him, right? And some stories coming to on his free time. A few weeks go by, maybe 3, because I got the DNA fast tracked through the GBI. I learned from the analysts there were too many male contributors to the gun being identified Jeffrey Williams being in possession of. They wouldn't be able to put a usable sample up into CODIS. So a few weeks later, Mr. Williams comes back in the store again. I don't know what day, but it was weeks after the first encounter. I said, yo, come here, let me holler at you. I said, guess what? I can't use that gun against you as corroborative evidence or evidence against you based off what Bean said. So I tell you what, I'm done with it. I did some research on you independently because I didn't know you were about to blow up. I said, and excuse my language, I said, go make $1 million, stay the fuck off, please. That's what I said to him.
But this is the part that makes Thug's street image even messier. Because people online don't care about rules of evidence. They care about the story. And the story they're running with is, he talks to cops when it helps him. Whether that's true or not doesn't even matter at this point. The internet already picked a side. And then Pee Wee himself jumps in, and his take flips the whole room. Roscoe pops up and basically says, Thug didn't snitch on me. He's on camera painting Thug as clean, telling people to calm down like, y'all are doing too much. Now, on paper, that should calm the storm, right? But nope, critics only got louder. They're dragging it, saying his word is biased, and asking the same question that never dies. If nothing was going on, why do those phone record stories even exist? Here's a short reel where outlets recap Pee Wee's defense of Thug.
Politics, man, Jeff, clean as Listerine, man, clean as Irish soap, you feel what I'm saying? I done the time, I did that. That's what you supposed to do. When you go in the interrogation room, that's what you do. He told you, man, we sell the Wayne Carter weed. What the fuck is wrong with you? You feel what I'm saying? No, a statement is this right here. Lineup selective. That's him. He did that. He didn't do that. He did what a taxpaying citizen do. A real street. Kept it solid. Kept it overly real. You feel what I'm saying? Really tried to pull me out the hole. So shit, I don't. You feel what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the PR, now y'all don't remember when I was locked up. Now let me just show you how the PRs and the internet selective politics. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep it real. When I was locked up and Jeff was locked up, we went viral when they was like, that's the type of friend you want. He was like, man, Roscoe ain't told y'all the damn thing. Yeah, that's to be there. That's the right thing. You feel what I'm saying? Like all those niggas, everybody is in the stateroom, in the interrogation room, and they gave statements. You know, we're gonna throw the paperwork party tomorrow.
And here's the thing, Atlanta never forgot that bus shooting circle. Media coverage always brought up those calls before and after the shots, tied to Thug and Birdman's phones, plus years of legal chatter. Whether that makes Thug a snitch is another question, but it's exactly why fans won't let this case die. And this is where things hit a whole new level. YSL Mondo, who people call a day one when it comes to YSL's early days, decided to speak up and he did not hold in. It's not about loyalty, it's about hoping you'll get looked out for. And that subtext is loud, because when insiders, people who were actually in the room back then, start talking like this, that's when you know the street respect is shifting. Here's a recap tile of Mondo's comments so you see the framing fans are reacting to.
And then a nigga like Roscoe did 10 years behind this shit. And you just got on the internet tomorrow, didn't rat on you? Boy, your ass so brainwashed, it's sickening. Y'all niggas need daddy figures and y'all be sitting back waiting on something good waiting on something to happen. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stick around. Maybe put me on. Maybe I can get something out of it or something. Did that. Like, it's so weird to me. But y'all be on my ass about being a real nigga. Rich, I'm not studying the internet, but I'm just letting y'all know how brainwashed and weird the world and the internet is, y'all. Come on, my brother. Roscoe, you the worstest. Twin, you worse than the rat itself. You did 10 years, twin, behind this shit. Roscoe, you did 10 years behind it, brother. And you just come on the internet and say a nigga didn't tell on you when everybody just heard this man say your name a few times? You feel me?
And it didn't stop there. Charleston White hopped in too, and y'all already know how he gets down. He straight up said real gangsters ask for a lawyer and clowned anybody who sits with cops for hours.
So now Young Thug done come out snitching. Young Thug got a video in the interrogation room for 2 hours having dialogue with the police about crime and criminals, but he don't want to work with Gunna. Come on, homie, look at the hypocrisy. So God made me the sacrificial lamb. That's why I have gotten this far, because I have been attacking evil. They've been saying I've been evil, but that's why God won't let nothing happen to me, because though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. I've been speaking against evil, man.
Add that on top of Mondo's rant, and suddenly the internet jury feels like it has its closing argument. And let's be real, at this point, memes are doing more damage than any legal filing could. The case might still be in court, but online, the verdict looks sealed. So after all that back and forth online, ATL rumor pages made things 10 times hotter. They started blasting posts saying Thug got pressed when he stepped out, and some even pushed it further with the word jumped. Is that confirmed? Not at all. But once those captions hit Instagram, the story ran like it was fact. No clear footage, no solid proof, just spicy posts with big words. And honestly, that's all it takes to stir the pot, because people already think Thug's image is cracked. You drop one rumor like that, and suddenly it feels like everybody's watching to see if he can still move around Atlanta the same way. And here's what people forget. Thug is still on probation, meaning even if he wasn't touched, just being caught up in a crowd where something goes left could be a problem. For him, it's not just about street talk anymore, it's about real consequences. If the court gets even a whiff of him being tied to chaos outside, that could backfire heavy. So whether it actually happened or not, the story alone makes him look boxed in. Courtroom heat on one side, street pressure on the other, and neither is letting up. And y'all, the interrogation clip wasn't even the only problem this week, because now ATL pages are flooding with what they claim is jail call audio. We're talking petty shots, random numbers getting thrown around, even whispers that Thug was bragging about fake streams just to outdo Gunna. Some outlets framed it like Thug was beefing with half the city from a jail phone. Whether every single clip is real, that's another debate. But let's be honest, once it hits the blogs, the snowball effect doesn't stop.
But what I'm telling you is, if that it make you a rat too if you with him, because I told him to do that. I can't tell no snitch. You can't get on the phone and tell me, hey bro, hey yeah, take that plea, but man, you better take that plea. And the police saying tell. It'll police saying tell something.
Big names are chiming in, reposting, subtweeting, and suddenly the public enemy label is getting louder. And here's the thing, when the city thinks you talked and the industry thinks you dissed, you're getting squeezed from both sides. Even a rumor like he got pressed starts to feel believable because the energy lines up too neatly. That's the part people forget. Sometimes it doesn't matter what's true, it matters what story takes over. And right now, the story is winning. Then there's the bus driver's lawsuit. He straight up sued Birdman, Thug, and others, saying they put him in danger by letting all this play out. Even though lawsuits aren't criminal charges, that case hardened the story in people's minds. It made it feel less like rumor and more like documented. And let's not forget the Birdman jail call that leaked years back. Prosecutors once looked at it as part of the case, even if it never went anywhere for Birdman. The fact that it existed at all, it kept conspiracy talk alive for years.
You come out here and get this money. Well, my nigga, you done blessed. You done did everything you could do, bro. It's an eye opener, bro. You know what I'm saying? While you're on that strictly business, man.
So now, when fans hear a resurfaced Thug interview, they don't just watch the clip, they connect it to all this history. Fair or not, they look at it and go, pattern. Thug's team calls it misdirection. The crowd hears confirmation. Two different movies playing in the same theater. Meanwhile, Thug tried to steer the story and might have made it worse. He jumped on X to deny snitching, reposted a clip where he's saying he's not blood, and threw a little shade at Gunna by proxy. He also pointed out that his team had asked to use certain interview context in court way back, but the DA objected. The problem? None of that really landed, because the internet isn't reading motions or digging through trial filings. They're just seeing chopped up clips, plus that motion about Detective Quinn, and putting it all together as, where there's smoke, there's fire. Once it gets framed like that, it's it's basically PR quicksand, and to make it worse, the jokes started flying. Fans turned him into gospel thug, saying, "If you're a rat and a rapper, go gospel twin." It's harsh, but the internet loves this stuff. Those big crosses Thug's been wearing turned into memes overnight. The whole gospel rumor wave made it too easy for people to clown him. And let's be real, Pee-wee's plea deal last year already kept Thug's name floating around the YSL mess. People don't forget dates, especially when the whole Gunna situation already split the fan base. Online, the story always gets boiled down to one thing. You're either solid or you folded. Real life is way more complicated, but the comment section doesn't do complicated. Right now, Thug's stuck in every lane at once. In court, he's still fighting the YSL case, and every new filing drags up the Wayne bus story again. In music, people aren't hyped for his drops. They're busy clowning him with gospel thug memes. And outside, a TL rumor page has got folks saying he can't even pop out without drama. It's like no matter what he does, the internet already has the story locked. He can tweet, deny, push back, doesn't matter. The paperwork and the clips speak louder. Even Pee-wee trying to clear his name didn't help. If anything, it just made the crowd dig harder. And here's the real problem. When the internet says you're talking to cops and the streets say you're getting pressed outside, your name stops being about music. It turns into a warning for everybody watching. Young Thug, rumored to have been jumped in Atlanta, caught in leaks and old tapes that won't go away, is standing in the middle of a downfall he can't talk his way out of.